free man. I'm not a slave.
Solomon Northup is an expert player on the violin.
Lived with my family in New York until the day I was deceived, kidnapped, sold into slavery.
I have something very much to your liking in the back room. And you have no right whatsoever to detain me.
You're no free man. You're nothing but a Georgia runaway.
Went down to the river Jordan.
And that servant
That don't obey his Lord
shall be beaten with many stripes.
There is no justice in this slavery.
and my property.
You say that with pride.
Man does how he pleases with his property.
You come here.
I said come here! Days ago, I was with my family, in my home. Now you tell me all is lost.
In his own time, good Lord will manage them all.
It's no longer safe for you here. That he wants you dead. We'll have it so. Well, I don't want to survive. I want to live.
I will not fall into despair. I will keep myself hardy till freedom is opportune.
아카데미와 골든글로브가 선택한 최고의 작품.
Well, I was a free man. I'm not a slave.
I will keep myself hardy till freedom is opportune.
노예 12년 절찬 상영 중.
I wanted to tell a story about slavery, and I wanted to find an interesting angle into the narrative. And I thought about a free man, a man who has a family who's kidnapped into slavery.
Solomon Northup is my name.
Solomon Northup was a free black man in Saratoga, New York, in the middle of the 19th century.
And he's a musician, and he's in a place where he has a sense of equality.
Mr. Northup, I have two gentlemen whose acquaintance you should make.
And in 1841, he was lured by two sort of showmen with the prospect of earning some money by playing music for their shows.
We could give you $1 for each day's services and $3 for every night played at our performances.
Solomon agrees to go and play with these two guys. When they get to Washington, they have a sort of celebratory dinner.
Gentlemen.
He feels very ill, goes to bed, and he wakes up chained in a dungeon.
He shipped to the south, to New Orleans, and his reality is, I mean, everything is new to him.
My name's not Platt. My name.
Your name is Platt.
His name is changed, his papers taken away from him, all identification lost, and he ends up sold into slavery.
He was clearly very intelligent, and he recognized very quickly that his life could be snatched away from him on any given day. And so I think he felt like the strongest thing he could do was to stay alive. And that if he stayed alive long enough, perhaps he would find his way out.
Solomon realizes that, you know, there's a possibility of him seeing his family again, so he holds strong. The events are astonishing and cruel.
I survive. I will not fall into despair. I will offer up my talents to Master Ford. I will keep myself hardy till freedom is opportune.
For Solomon, a lot of this journey is not just that journey to get home, but really that journey to understand the importance of the privileges that we all enjoy as Americans, but also our families.
There's this modesty, but a certain kind of formality to him. It's beautiful, it's heartbreaking. The book is a testament to Solomon Northup, but also about a testament to the history of what was going on within slavery at that time.
It was tough sort of emotionally and physically, but every day there was a sense of really connecting to Solomon and his story and reenacting something that he went through and trying to reenact it in the detail that he describes it was something that really was very important to me. This is a story about one of the harshest structures that's ever been created in the history of the world, and it is somebody trying to survive that with their mind intact. And they do, you know. And I feel like that's an extraordinary thing to see, to witness, and to be kind of part of.
I was born a free man, lived with my family in New York.
골든글로브와 아카데미가 선택한 최고의 작품.
Till the day I was sold into slavery.
자유인으로 태어나 노예가 된
Nothing but a Georgia runaway.
I'm not a slave.
한 남자의 거짓말 같은 실화.
There is no justice in this slavery.
Man does how he pleases his brother.
시웨텔 에지오포, 마이클 패스벤더, 베네딕트 컴버배치, 브래드피트.
I will keep myself harder till freedom is opportunity.
노예 12년 2월 27일 대개봉.
I was born a free man, lived with my family in New York.
골든글로브와 아카데미가 선택한 최고의 작품.
Till the day I was sold into slavery.
자유인으로 태어나 노예가 된
Nothing but a Georgia runaway.
I'm not a slave.
한 남자의 거짓말 같은 실화.
There is no justice in this slavery.
Man does how he pleases his brother.
시웨텔 에지오포, 마이클 패스벤더, 베네딕트 컴버배치, 브래드피트.
I will keep myself harder till freedom is opportunity.
노예 12년 2월 27일 대개봉.